headed to the Mayan ruins of Tikal, and later back to El Remate, where we're staying next. But first, let's get moving to those Mayan ruins. We've pre-purchased our tickets online ahead of time, which was reasonably easy, and now we're headed in. If we were better planning today, we would have brought some of our own snacks. Let me show you. This, raisins and peanuts, $4 Canadian. Right behind me, Jason Momoa is here. We're here now. Apparently it's a really great place to spot lots of wildlife, such as coatis, howler monkeys, jaguars, and there's even signs up warning you of alligators or crocodiles, whatever they got here. So here's hoping we return with all of our limbs. Let's go. Let's see Tikal. Tikal is the most significant ruins in Guatemala. It's about $30 per person to get in, plus shuttles. Lovely trail walk in, however. Very slippery. Oh my god. I'm wearing very tready shoes. Stay off the green rocks, folks. Super cool to see Jason Momoa in the lineup today. I guess he must have got wind of the Vegan Everywhere travel trip and wanted to make sure he could be a part of it. So, is Jason Momoa a sponsor of and endorsing this trip? No. This is Temple 6. Let me know in the comments if you end up recognizing the one that was briefly in Star Wars. This is the Temple of Inscriptions, operational from between 730 and 800 AD. Tikal, also, fun fact, has the tallest pre-Columbian structure in all of Central America. This is the Palace of the Grooves. It's the main building of Group G that receives its name from the grooved vertical panels decorating the walls that surround the inner courtyard. It's a residential complex containing numerous bedrooms with built-in beds. There's a passage that leads directly to the central courtyard, where the remains of a giant stucco monster mask can be seen. So those slabs inside are the built-in beds. Look at that. There's one word in the Spanish language that contains all the vowels, and that is murciélago. Bats. The first great temple built in Tikal by the 22nd ruler of Tikal, Animal Skull. 52 meters tall, and it's oriented to the north. Ooh, we see the coati.
Adult coatis are about the same size and weight of a large house cat. Coatis have a slender head and an elongated, flexible, slightly upturned, super duper cute little piggy nose, small ears, dark feet, and a long, non-prehensile tail that's actually used for balance and signaling. Coatis often hold this tail straight upwards, and it's used to keep all the troops of coatis together in tall vegetation. Coatis have strong limbs and climb and dig and have a reputation for intelligence like their cousin, the raccoon.
Don't look now, but off to my right there is Jason Momoa. Again. Well, it's definitely Jason Momoa. I got within 1 foot of him. Jason Momoa, you're obviously going to be watching this. Tell me in the comments what you were doing here. Were you scouting a location? Were you trying to meet up with me? You don't have to be shy. You can just introduce yourself directly. I'm very approachable. As they say in Espanol, yo soy muy agradable. So here is the grouping of 7. The 25,000 square meter plaza of the 7 temples receives its name from the 7 small temples that were built in the area, all of them which are lined up along the east side of the plaza. Natalia was saying earlier that they really must have enjoyed an indoor-outdoor hybridized lifestyle. Lots of outdoor cooking pits. Hey, I'm having a barbecue, you want to come? And the person's like, oh, you're going to sacrifice me. And then you're like, oh, you got me. All right, I'll get you. There's 3 administrative residential buildings, 3 ball courts. The triple ball game is a unique architectural element in all Mesoamerica. You might know that game by the legend that if you lost, you and your team were murdered. If you're a meat eater, you might say harvest. Imagine all of this just buried under the rubble, buried under the jungle, excavating it bit by bit. They're like, oh, look at all these interesting hills, rocky little hills. Motherfucker. Oh no. Ah, those are temples! Temple 3 is buried under here. It's Temple of the Jaguar Priest. It's 55 meters high. It's the largest structure built in Tikal. Temple 4, built in 741 AD, was built as a symbol of power to show that the Mayans still had control of this region. Not sure if you can see them up there, but this red-crested bird that looks kind of like a wild turkey slash pheasant slash grouse is called a red-crested guan. Also known as Palace of the Bats, the given name of the structure comes from the presence of several windows throughout the structure, a rare architectural element in Mesoamerican cultures. All right, let's climb up this thing and see what we can see.
This was the central Great Plaza, featuring Temple 1, Temple of the Great Jaguar, and Temple 2, Temple of the Masks. Surrounded by palaces and a ball court, all are set within a native jungle with wildlife like monkeys and toucans. Temple 4 is a must-climb for a panoramic view and is the aforementioned tallest pre-Columbian structure in Central America.
Best ruins we've seen on this trip so far. There are so many excellent viewpoints from these ruins. Look at that. Incredible. I always get lost in those daydreams about what it was like to live here. Beautiful ruins. It's supposed to have been the kids' room. Well, there we go. We saw all the major stuff. That took about, starting at 8. We didn't really get in the park and get seeing things until about 10:30. And it's heading towards 2 o'clock now. So I would say if you allow yourself 3 to 4 hours, a lot of people like to do the sunset or sunrise version. You can get here as early as 3 a.m. to see the sunrise. Or you can take it as late as 4 and stay till midnight, but you need a charter to do the sunset. So, what did you think? It has a lot of the enchanting qualities that you'd want from seeing ruins, and it has a lot of good solid information, and the ruins overall are in great shape. And also, please remember that when you come here, you are guaranteed to sight Jason Momoa. If you don't see Jason Momoa, and here's proof that we saw him, if you don't see Jason Momoa, you get your money back, and you're allowed to leave bad reviews. Tell me in the comments where exactly you saw Jason Momoa when you were at Tikal. I have found the deal of the day. That is a chocolate-covered banana. She assured me 100 different ways that there's no milk in it, and it is $1. But how will it taste?
Super duper tasty banana!
Jason Momoa. He left. We were hanging out earlier when the camera was off. Strangely, can you believe it? He's camera shy. Anyway, he's off doing his own thing, but he told me to say goodbye and make sure you like and subscribe to Vegan Everywhere. That was Jason Momoa's final wish. He's still alive. Don't worry. That sounded like he was dying, but he was dying for you to follow this channel. So don't disappoint Jason Momoa. Vegan Everywhere, from the Tikal Mayan ruins in Guatemala, I'm David.